Hey everybody, I'm really sorry that I did not get the videos up last week like I was planning. I got really sick for a few days and then my wife caught it, which is scary because she's pregnant. So I spent a few days taking care of her, a few days myself, just feeling really crummy. I don't want to get into too many details because that'd be gross, but I'm feeling pretty good now, so I'm going to get these videos up today. As far as what I've been doing the week while I didn't feel good, I watched a lot of Netflix and I read a few books and I worked a little bit on my drawing. I don't know if you can see that down that little tab in the corner, but that's what I did. So that's my overall update. I hope you guys are doing good. There will be office hours all week next week. Please reach out to me if you have any questions. A lot of you are turning things in on project one now, but I'm not getting very many people turning in the current project that I'm doing with Miss Barnes, which is called Projects Weeks 1 and 2, where you're supposed to turn in the two things. Okay, now, today what I want to talk about though is annotated bibliographies. That is one of the things that is due at the end of next week. Remember, because me and Miss Barnes decided to stretch it out to 4 weeks instead of three. So you need your outline of what you're going to say in your project, whether it's a video or a paper or a PowerPoint. You just need to outline your points for your arguments, which I'll have those listed on the post on Google Classroom for this. And you need to have an annotated bibliography of your references because having sources doesn't matter unless you can cite those sources. Otherwise, I could just say I have a source that says aliens are real, but unless I can prove that source is credible and trustworthy, doesn't matter. So, for an annotated bibliography, first we got to know what that is. So, I'm going to pull up here and we're going to go over here to annotated bibliography for Owl Purdue. Now, Owl Purdue is probably the longest running style English literature rules people that have ever existed. I don't know exactly what I would call them because I'm not an English teacher. Otherwise, I'd probably know. Now, this is an example of an annotated bibliography. Right here, I'm going to highlight it. This is your citation. That is the book name, the author, where it was published, what year, all of that information right there. Now, below it in an annotated bibliography is a 2 or 3 paragraph description of what that source is about. Now, this is useful for 2 reasons. Number one, it lets me and Mrs. Barnes know when we look at it that you actually found sources that are relevant to your topic. The other thing is it also reminds you of what's in there. Let's say you remember a fact, but you don't remember which paper you read or which book or which encyclopedia or where that came from. If you look at your annotated bibliography and scan through these, it can remind you where they came from. Or if you're looking for information to prove a point you want to make, that'll help it narrow down. So for example, on this one that I've got pulled up on the Owl Purdue site, it's Heinrich B. 2001, nickel and dimed on not getting by in America, printed by Henry Holt and Company. Now, if we look below it, it says, in this book of nonfiction based on the journalist's experiential research, Heinrich attempts to ascertain whether it is currently possible for an individual to live on a minimum wage in America. He continues, and I'm not going to read it all to you because it has nothing to do with your project, but he talks about what the book is about. You can almost think of about it like a summary. Okay. Now, a big part that I think some of you will have trouble with is this right here, the citation. Now, Al Purdue will tell you exactly how to make the citations. You can just Google Al Purdue APA citations, which, by the way, APA is anybody? First one to email me what APA is will get a $5 gift card. See if anybody's watching these videos. Okay, anyways. Now, you can go to this website called Citation Machine. It's pretty good. I do not recommend you upload your paper. Just create citations with them. Choose a style. We are doing APA. Now, you can do a book, a magazine, a newspaper, a website, a journal, a film, or other. Okay, most of your stuff that you'll find will probably be websites. So let's click website. So let's say that I want to look at Wikipedia, right? And I want to look up something about Tyrannosaurus Rex, right? So I pull up this article about Tyrannosaurus. Now, It has a lot of links in here. It has a lot of really good information. Now, Wikipedia can be dangerous because anybody can pretty much edit it. So you always want to go down to the bottom and check their sources for some of the things if it sounds not right. But for the most part, I've had pretty good luck with Wikipedia. So I'm allowing it for at least one or two sources, but no more than that. I still want you guys to be able to find other information. So this is all about Tyrannosaurus rex. It talks about, we can look at the context, the history of research, description of them, the classification, the paleobiology. This contents list is really amazing for your annotated bibliography. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this website link, I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to my citation maker and I'm going to paste it in. Search the websites. It pops up right there, Tyrannosaurus. I'm going to select it. Here's everything it found. It didn't find publisher sponsored. That's okay. We go to the final step, and now it asks us if we want to fill some stuff in. Now, contributors, the author. Sometimes you can find who the author is on things. Not as much on Wikipedia usually. So all you would do in that case is skip it. Go down. Now, date access, that was today, so you can click the today button. Then create citation. There's your citation. You're going to copy and paste this right over to your Google Doc or Word doc. Now, when I pasted it over, it left this border and it didn't look right. So we have to actually go back and hit the copy button, then paste. There we go. Now, it's in Times New Roman, it's 12-point font. Those are both APA things we want. It is not, however, 1.5 point space. So we need to go over here, line spacing, 1.5. Boom. Now, because we're doing an annotated bibliography, we need to underneath say what this is about in 1 to 2 paragraphs. 2 paragraphs is probably better. So I could say, this is about the dinosaur, Tyrannosaurus rex, or Tyrannosaurus. And let's make it the dinosaur known as Tyrannosaurus. Sounds nicer. All right. Then I could go back over here, there we go. And I could just talk about this. I said it includes the history of research on this dinosaur. It describes their size, skeletal structure, and skin and feathers. It talks about their classification, paleontology. Now you don't need to include all of this, but you could throw a bunch of that in, and that'll get you 2 paragraphs. And then you just move on to the next one. Easy as that. Again, Al Purdue will tell you anything you need to know about APA writing style if you need it, or you could email me or Mrs. Barnes. Citation Machine will help you make your APA citations a lot easier than doing it by hand. You can use the internet to find different encyclopedias, Wikipedias, websites. Remember, try to find trusted ones. Then Google Docs is a good place to type, or Word. All right. Oh, I would also get rid of this link and then unlink. There we go. All right. Thanks, guys.